Hi, I'm TJ.
And I'm Kayla.
And we are
Sailing Away with T and K.
Well, as you see, we got a little new addition right here. This is Severus Snape Bryan, aka Sev.
SEV.
Yes. It's a good little puppy. We got him last Friday. That's why we've been like real quiet on everything. Polo, miss shows, because
it's like having an infant.
Yeah. He'll be 7 weeks old on Saturday, and he's also, I mean, he's real good.
He's pretty much completely potty trained, except I mean when we go to work during the day, for right now we have no choice but to put him in the kennel.
Right.
And he's in the kennel for like 8.5 hours. So he has had an accident in the kennel every day, but I think that's because he's just so little, his little bladder, he just can't hold it for 8 hours.
Yeah, but we want to kill Tram, so we can spirit he'll be able to. But I mean, he's good about waking me up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, through the night and like anytime during the day, he hasn't had any accidents.
No, none whatsoever.
So he's been pretty good with potty training. He's doing pretty good with the kennel training. He and Onyx have been getting along pretty well.
Yes.
So I put a short video up on my Facebook yesterday. Sev's been licking Onyx in the face. So he was cute.
Yeah, he kind of this morning.
He's at my feet crying.
Well, let's see who's the child, right? Let's see, we have Anthony Daguerre Simone in here.
Anthony.
First one in. We got Mr. Dewey Ski. We got good old Jeffrey Resendez. We got Lejuba Brown.
Hey, everybody.
How's everybody doing? But he's been a little bundle of joy. Only bad thing is, you saw he is a little baby shark. He is teething, so he will bite. Like right now, he's not biting over his mouth, but he bites with everything. We both had some battle wounds so far. So
yeah.
But let's see. This week it's a live plays top 10. So we decided, especially since we have our baby now here. Hey, life is good today. Woo! We decided to do something a little easy. Oh, hey, Jonathan Short. Something a little easy because we really, between having him and jobs and with everything going off with the world right now, work's been crazy for both. So we decided to do top 10 favorite things about our trip to Universal Studios. Though we covered a lot last week, but we want to do a little more detail about other things we didn't get into.
We need the Jonathan Short said at Severus Snape Bryan. He needs
I can make one.
Handle.
I'll make him a handle. He's being good right now.
Onyx is here at my feet. If y'all see me bending over.
He's a little jelly lately. Oh, hey, Travel Eric B.
He's
How you
been
doing
very patient, though.
Yes.
Sev has licked him in the face. He's nipped him on the tail.
Well, this morning I was holding. Well, I give him at 5 so we get ready at 6 so I can take him out, feed him, let him play before he goes to the kennel. Well, I had Onyx on one side, him there. He decided to nip an Onyx face, and he got shut down.
Yeah, I think Onyx, he's been very patient. Like, usually if he bites and nips, Onyx just kind of backs up, and then, Sev quits. But I think Onyx is now at the point where he's like, I said to stop.
Yeah. I see JP Travel Adventures is here.
The Tyler Show.
The Human Cruise Encyclopedia himself. Always on the move. Oh, God. So, I guess let's get started. I had to come up with this today. Like I said, this is our life right now. I'll be showing the taco meat. So, a couple of things just real quick. We got 4 or 9 days to our group cruise, which will be June 4th, 2021 on the Carnival Mardi Gras.
No. 2022.
2022, sorry.
Not this year.
Yeah.
I'm kind of feeling like nobody.
Oh, look who's here. Doc understands the hell there are pack arrivals. Yeah. But that goes, well, I don't know if you talk, that's an old rivalry between our two teams, Miss Nancy. But I will say it's been,
got jealous down there.
Yeah. So now.
Just call us the pet house.
Yes. Well, I was holding the puppy, so he's quiet. He is trying to. I'm going to go put him in his playpen right now.
Okay.
All right, buddy. You just kind of handle things for a second.
Okay. So, yeah, Onyx has been very patient with Sev, but I think he's reaching his breaking point a little bit. He's never hissed. He's never swatted. He's never slapped him. So that's really good. Onyx really has been patient. But I think he's about had enough.
He's tired.
He's tired.
He's had a lot of change. Well, the weird thing was, we'll get to our subject. Friday, when I went to go get Seth, he came from a good friend. Oh, hello, lovely fat life. How you doing, buddy?
Nautical Nurse Nancy said, side by side pets. You get all the likes now. So cute.
Oh, well, say Seth had a good video for his first short.
Yeah, TJ took just a short video of him playing
At midnight.
I mean, we just put it on the channel. I don't know why he did it, but it's like our highest rated video.
Outside of our intro, it's been there forever.
So that's interesting. Y'all might be seeing more of the pets now if they're gonna get better likes than just us.
Exactly. If they're doing, hey, Blake from Really Creative Travel, how you doing, buddy? But okay, I think we need to get on subject. We've had pet talk. I mean,
yes. If you're just tuning in, we had Sev on the show, our new puppy, our pug mix. We've had Onyx on the show. Like, it's been an eventful 5
Hey,
minutes.
Holly Ayers. And if we hear Seth crying, he will probably come back, which I doubt he makes it through this hour show without crying. So, all right, without further ado, last week we talked about our Grinch.
Sleeping. He's in his bed sleeping.
Okay, good. That's a good thing.
Be quiet.
Shh, hush. He even knows to be quiet when I put him to bed. Right. And when I point down, you can't see. I just noticed
Onyx
that
is right here.
But wait, you see my last comment? Let's see, what was the last?
I think it was the @Severus.
Yeah, @Severus Snape. Yes, we did. I'm gonna make that handle. I'm so making that handle, Jonathan.
Well, Onyx needs a handle.
Whitey Bud 25.
Onyx.
But
okay, let's
anywho,
get busy.
okay. Last we talked about Grinchmas show. We did a nice little picture. We got to go through everything plus a little video.
All the Facebook pictures.
And with a top 10 and a new puppy, we thought easily would go back to that. Well, there's a couple of things the picture to go over. I thought so. This is Kayla's first time seeing the top 10, and I think number 10 would be transportation overall on the property, and this includes transportation for the airport. And I will say real quick, is your bag over here?
Yes.
All right, perfect. I want to get this one. All right, when you land at MCO, which is Orlando Airport, the good thing is if you fly Southwest like we did, we were on Terminal A, which is the same side as Universal Pickup. So all you had to do was grab your bags, go down the escalator, and you were there.
Jonathan said we need to change Onyx's name to McGonagall. No, he knows Onyx.
Yeah.
He could be Onyx.
Sirius Black?
I don't know. Okay, back to the top 10.
Dumbledore?
We'll think about it.
Hagrid. He's such a Hagrid.
He's big,
okay.
Yes.
So like I said, when you land, we flew Southwest, so luckily we were on Terminal A. The difference is Terminal A has Universal Studios, Terminal B has a Disney for now until next year. But you go down the escalator and you go to the Universal pretty much Transportation Center. You go there, they pull you up by your name. They hand you this right here, which is pretty nice. It's a little binder, but it's designed here. And I think we still have our pretty much has you maps of everything, place to put all your dining cards, credit cards, your tickets. We actually still have some of our tickets in here.
I put everything.
Yeah, everything's in here
as a keepsake.
But they give you that. Then you walk maybe 50 feet outside. There's a bus waiting for you. They call you by they said, "Hey, Brian family got on." They did do because social distancing. They're running more than one bus right now. So, hey Lucy. So we got there was like 2 other families with us. We found it on the ground.
Yeah, we found this in Harry Potter Land. This is Gringotts money. It's $10. So somebody paid $10 US for 10 Gringotts dollars. We just found it. It was in the middle of a crowded walkway. Like, I looked around and everybody was just kind of walking on it. And so I went and picked it up and looked around. There was nobody for me to give it to. So we just kept it as a souvenir. We didn't spend it on anything.
Yeah. Well, and that's what this was cool. The first thing.
Yeah, you can put all the things in the thing.
Yeah, we didn't really use it. Well, we used it back at the hotel, just kind of like a holder of things we got. But that was the first cool thing was getting so I got to hold everything. You get on the bus, they had TVs on there, kind of showing you everything around the park. The driver, which was I think his name was Todd, he was open door of questions the whole time, just asked how crowded it was, things like that. And then luckily, since we were at Endless Summer Surfside, we were the first pickup. What is the best terminal for Orlando? I'm flying. Well, we flew Southwest, which is on Terminal A side. So
I don't think you get to choose
you don't
your
get to,
terminal.
no.
Like it depends on what airline you're flying with. Like all of Delta is in a terminal, and all of Southwest is in a different terminal. But then like all of American. So
but it's a hub system, so even though you fly wherever you fly gate wise, you're gonna take a monorail to the center of the airport. And either you're gonna go left to go to Terminal B, or right to go to Terminal A. So
yeah. So no matter who you fly into, you're all gonna like any one of them makes their way to the monorail, which then goes to the main hub. So like all the stuff is in the main hub.
Yeah, so we get on the bus, and bus driver is really nice. We're in the summer, so we were the first drop off, which was very, very cool. Then on top of that, you have bus ride. Pretty much everything's by bus there. That's complimentary. So they have two different styles. They have a regular bus. And they have like those double. I guess those double long ones.
They're like two buses connected with like an accordion in the middle. They kind of make me nervous.
And the way they send you by family, and all the seats are marked by number. So when you walk up, you start walking. You're not allowed just to sit wherever you want. They give you a number where to sit. That way, you're still socially distanced.
You tell them how many's in your party, and then they assign you to a number.
So, and usually it's like pods of 4. So. Like we were on Tuesday, we always had a bunch of seats, but you never felt like you were a crowd on a bus with people, which is something I really like. Some of you're kind of worried about going in.
And when we were there, we were totally dependent on their transportation, like from the airport to the hotel, from the hotels to the parks. We never used Uber. We never used any taxis. So their transportation was great. Like everywhere that we needed to go, they went.
And it was a very short ride. It was like we were 5 minutes away from the park. So we jumped on. It took longer for them to get out of the hotel area than it was to actually get to the park. It was you turn, boom, you're there. Hey, Danny from the Grinchmas. Well, I forgot to tell you, Blaine and Danny both got monetized last week.
I didn't know about Danny.
Yeah, Danny.
They
both hit their 1,000 last week.
That's awesome.
I know.
I'm jealous.
I know. But congrats to both of you too.
Yeah, that's a lot of hard work.
Yes. The next thing I'll say, staying on property. Again, you get the buses and you get early admission to Wizard World of Harry Potter, which really is that if you're on Universal, you get early admission to everything. Because it felt like on Islands of Adventure, it was just Harry Potter. But on Universal, you got pretty much had everything open the second you walked in.
Open the park at 7.
Yeah, but it's convenient. You get in, get breakfast. And what they do is anybody can get into the park. It's just they have a limit where they have a line with someone who's checking tickets. What they're doing, they're checking for your room key. So as long as you had your room key or you're a preferred annual pass holder, you can get past that line. And it was, like I said, we actually one morning, you'll see in the future video that I worked on editing. It was more expensive in Orlando. I learned that a few years ago because they have one. They have one Uber, no black or premium. But
yeah, it's been a long time since I've used Uber in Orlando, but we didn't need it.
No, we didn't. I mean,
you made one trip to Walgreens, which was across the street from our hotel, so he just walked.
Yeah, I mean, that was the other great thing about in the summer was location was you had a Walgreens, and if you didn't have the dining plan, there was an IHOP right there too. Mm-hmm. So, but transportation, they run it 24/7. It's not like because when we had the VIP tour, for instance, we didn't get back to the bus until 12:30 at night. The parks closed at 10.
That was my concern. Like, we're staying later after the parks close. Like, are we gonna have a bus ride home?
And
but
they
run 24/7. I guess because City Walk, there's a lot of bars and stuff on there. So I think the City Walk itself is open till
about 1 a.m. right now.
Yeah.
Open till 1. And also some people, hotel hop at night. Some of the bars and some of the hotels are open real late. So that's why they ride as well.
That's one thing we didn't do that somebody who worked at Universal suggested when we first got there, especially because it was Christmas. They said that we should have used the public transportation and went to each of the properties on site and looked at the Christmas decorations. But just with Mambo protocols going on.
As always, if you notice on vacation, we always
overplan
every time. So
it was a good idea. We didn't have it in the plans, and then I don't think that would have been the right thing to do at this.
No, not Mambo. I mean,
the year.
Hopefully, one day we go back when it's not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good idea. I never thought of that. I would like to see how they decorate each one, but
because our hotel had a unique Christmas tree. But like I said, back to early admission, the fun thing was little kids in their full Hogwarts robe by their house, and they are sprinting like from when they go through the security checkpoint to the park. And I've
never seen like so many fully dressed adults in head to toe Hogwarts gear, like running. Yeah. To get to Harry Potter.
And these robes are not cheap. They are actually $125 a robe. And you see like,
looked at one.
Yeah, we saw like families of like 4 and 5. I saw one family
so many
8.
Robes.
And the thing is, they have little kids. It's like
there were so many thousands of dollars just running by.
Just running around. It's like you got a little kid, $125 robe, and he's gonna.
Then they got a $50 wand in their hand.
Yeah, and then they got ice cream that's gonna stain the room and everything. Yeah. But it was cool because you got in, and also with that early admission, they did max out. But if you were a property, you didn't have to wait. You'd have to go in that standby line, which I saw one thing I didn't feel was that standby line, how ridiculously long it was.
That was long.
I mean, it was like it almost circled the whole lake in between both parks. That's how big it was. The next thing was, I would say, the short wait times for the rides.
Okay, what number are we on? Let's do a recap.
So
number 10
was transportation. 9 was early admission.
Okay.
And
so number 8.
Number 8, short wait times for rides.
Yes.
Because of Mambo 19, the parks could only be at 35% capacity.
Yes.
And that had them already including they had them already including the amount of guests at hotels, dividing it by 2 to each park. Oh wait, she won't.
JP wants a
Gryffindor
robe.
Cool.
They are nice.
They are not. Oh yeah,
I mean they are well made.
Yeah,
But you gonna pay for that?
125. 125. Hey Bill, how you doing, buddy? But here was the crazy. The algorithm for the wait times were off because the 6 feet. It wasn't just 6 feet distance. If the line snaked like this, they actually made buffer so you were never like stay like this in a line that kind of snaked around. So what happened was like if the line said 60 minutes, it was 30 minutes. If the line said 90 minutes, like King Kong was 45, or sometimes even lower. Like I got a line that was 60 minutes on 50 minutes. So that was
the longest we waited.
Was Kong.
Was it Kong or was it E.T.?
E.T. No, E.T. was long.
E.T. was about an hour.
Because they had a lot of families in that line too.
Yeah. She hears Onyx meowing.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's Traven.
The baby.
Hey, see the world, Chris. What's up, buddy? Welcome in. But that was the other cool thing. And it was now there were some lines anywhere in Harry Potter.
Those were accurate.
Yes, those were highly accurate. They actually had rides hit capacity.
Yeah, that's not something I've never seen. Like the Hogwarts Castle ride, like where it had the numbers for the time, it just said at capacity.
And that means they do a thing also called virtual lines where you get a spot and you're told you can go get in line at a certain time. Those would book out in the morning. That's the reason why people ran so quickly to the parks.
They were trying to get that Hagrid ride.
Yeah.
Like that one, like within like 5 minutes, it was packed.
And booked for the day, pretty much. So, but yeah, it was pretty crazy. What? Almost said Pella. Okay.
We're on a show.
Yes, I know. But but outside that, like every other ride was light. I mean, outside of like the Hulk and the roller coaster ride. And outside the roller coasters, all the rides were pretty easy to get on.
The lines looked long because they were socially distanced.
Right.
They had markers for you to stand on, so it looked long. But I mean, there's 6 feet every person between, so they went by really fast.
Yeah.
And whatever was marked was generally you could cut it in half.
Right. Okay. Well, I think number 7 was the mask enforcement. All right, they don't play at Universal. They do allow you to wear the gator mask, while something Disney does not. But they jumped you if you didn't pull your mask. If your mask went below your nose, someone came out like a ninja and told you to put it on. Even in like the biggest crowds.
Ugly though.
They were nice about it, but
when we went to Dollywood at the end of June,
they were rude to you.
I felt like they were more rude. Whereas the Universal, like they were, hey guys, let's remember, make sure your mask is covering your nose.
And pretty much, even though they had Christmas music playing the whole time, about say 10 minutes, they had like over your car, please wear your face covered over your mouth and nose.
Well, and I think one thing that Universal has going on that Disney doesn't, that's really helpful, is the mask-free zones.
The rest areas. Well, Disney does have
the rest areas.
But I think Universal, theirs are a lot bigger. Like we found one out of Adventure that was actually an old show. It was a stand in the shade, nice and cool.
Well, and they they only let so many people in the zone at one time. So you can go in there, it's not crowded, and you can take your mask on. I mean, you can take your mask off. You can just sit in there, or you can bring your food in there, you can eat. So I think that that's really helpful, because when people get hot or they feel like they need that break, there are places all throughout the park that they can stop and get it.
Right. The other thing I like was sometimes when we would just put to sit down somewhere and we did have food, we could pull our masks out. They watched you to make sure you didn't walk around or weren't around people, but they didn't come to tell you to pull your mask just because you were sitting down doing nothing. So we did a lot of people watching, especially last day. That's the majority of what we did, but we sat down a lot of places, pulled our masks down. We weren't near anybody, it was just us at a table, and never really messed with us. I kind of like that, just having that little bit of freedom there. Well, I guess next one's a real big one for us, the food.
You skipped number 6.
Oh, 6, rest areas. We were just talking about rest areas.
Oh, I thought you meant like bathrooms.
No, I literally meant those rest areas.
Oh, Seth, we don't sleep here anymore.
No. He slept till 3 a.m. last night. I'll take that.
Last night was his best night. He didn't wake us up until 3 a.m. So
yeah, but that's what I find the rest areas were those zones.
The mask rest areas.
I should have. Sorry, I know I made this before, but number 5 would have to be the food. I mean, quick serve, whether it was a sit down, a quick service, a snack.
Well, really, the dining plan worked out really well for us.
Oh yeah, that was a game changer.
We got the full package. So you got a snack, a drink, a quick service, and a sit down restaurant with dessert every day.
Well, rephrase that though, because the snack and drink were actually the same thing. So if you wanted to get 2 drinks or 2 snacks, and you could do either way. Plus, all your meals came with a drink. And one thing we found out with the quick service, a lot of them came with like a milkshake. So
like it was not a cast member, but what do you call Universal employees?
I think they call themselves associates.
It was an employee that told us on the very first day, like, make sure when you're ordering quick service, look for these special ones.
Look for the combos, not the platters.
Yeah, because they include a milkshake, so that's like a dessert, but it's included, so it doesn't count. So she was really helpful with like making sure you get the most bang for your buck.
Oh, Lucy's on the fence about mask-free zones. Yeah,
that was really nice.
Hey, Cheri.
And I know when we went, hey, Viso.
YouTube. Yeah.
I know when we went, it was colder because it was Christmas.
Right.
But I could see, because that was the big thing in Dollywood. Like, it was the end of June. It was hot, and like they're forcing you to wear this mask all day.
Yeah, Dollywood. if you're going to summer and they're still doing masks, make sure it's something you wore and you know is breathable. And,
Well, I really think the mask break is a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, people just sometimes it's just hot. You need to breathe. You know,
And
you need to get that on your face.
And they are smart. They always have a quick service or a drink stand right next to you. Get a drink, go sit there. Hopefully, so be so. I'm just happy to be here right now. I'm just happy to be here. I've been waiting 13 years. I'm not going to talk smack. That's not how I roll. I'm just happy to be here, sir. But
that wasn't the team he came from.
No, we're playing the Packers this week.
No, what team did Brady come from?
The Patriots.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Cheri just said they're called team members. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Cheri.
I knew they had a name, and I knew it was a cast member because that's Disney.
Yeah. But yeah, it was actually one of the vacation planning because when we heard a person said our stack rate was like, no, we're like, did they mess up our card or something? So we went and checked. She's like, oh no, a stack of drink or the
Oh, it was at Harry Potter. We got ice cream for the very first day, and then he was like, you have 14 snacks left, and I was just like, we're only 14. Like how?
Okay.
So the snacks and the drinks, you can have 2 snacks or drinks per day, and you can interchange them.
Well, you just make stacks. Like you can burn more stacks in the day. That was
and that's what I like too. Like if you have a day where you're there from morning to like the day we were there later than midnight, you can like once you pre-purchase, like we had like 6 quick service meals. So if you want to eat like 3 quick service meals in one day, you go right ahead. Like once your 6 are gone, that's it. So that is kind of nice that you get to spend your money or like you get to spend your credits how you want to spend them.
Yeah, and you get your money's worth. You may not spend because it's like $60 per person a day. You may not spend that $60 on your first day, but we had like gourmet meals some nights. Some nights we went a little cheaper. But you will, and just the fact that I have to worry about pull all every time. And it's just, here's my card.
Eric B said, I love the mask break idea. At Disney, lady even told us to put the mask back on in the parking lot leaving the park.
We had to, if you were there, you had to have the mask on. Even when we had to wear it all the way till pretty much we got back to our room, we had to keep it on.
Yeah.
But
the mask, like that, whoever came up with that idea, that was really smart.
Well, it had to be for the summer. It had to be for the summer months when they reopened in like June or July, somewhere around there.
It was nice though.
Yes, but back to the food, and also like when you went, was one thing we had heard like was the desserts that they were sometimes kind of small. That they were kind of small, but each restaurant had their own dessert. Like we went to the Mexican restaurant, we had churros there.
Well, and it's a dessert that's off menu, so it's like a secret dessert that only
people on the plan
get. But they were all really good. Like they weren't small to me. By the time you got an entree and a drink, and then
never had a bad. The only letdown I had was the big thing at Mythos, that's like the #1 theme park restaurant in Orlando.
They're like top rated.
Like they got a big sign when you walk in.
We weren't gonna go, but then when we got there, like they got all these signs like #1 rated restaurant. And so we changed some of our reservations around. We were like, well, I mean, if it's #1, we gotta go.
Hey Darren, what's up, buddy?
Hey. And so TJ was a little disappointed because one of the things that they're known for.
The #1 thing is the lamb
shanks.
And they were out. And I did get the #2, which was the lamb burger, which that was good. But when you have the whole week was like, I want that lamb shake so bad. See pictures. And then when I get it, it's like, sorry, sir, we're out. And I'm like,
well, and then he was like, they're supposed to deliver some to us within an hour. And we're like,
my feet hurt. I don't want to be here for an hour.
You have reservations. I'm thinking we can't just sit there for an hour until lamb shanks get delivered.
And the other thing about the restaurants, I think we went over last week though, but you would go to a table, had a QR code, scan it. Unless you were in a sit down. Sit down restaurants were a little different. You actually usually order with a actual server, or he just go over stuff with you. You would do it on your phone. Different depending on what restaurant it was. He was on some of the not quick service. Quick service, you sat down, you had QR code. You could, if you weren't on the meal plan like we were, you had to order everything through your phone. If you're on the meal plan, you still had to traditionally walk up, which I kind of like walking up because I still like looking at everything.
And this was our meal plan. We got one dining card. Everything was on this one card.
And you could get two. You get one for each person.
Yeah, we
too.
had two, but then somebody suggested, they were like, "Do you want me to just put it on one for you?" So we did that. So this was the only extra thing you had to keep up with. I know there were some things online that said, well, like Disney, it's just all attached to your Magic Band, and at Universal, you got to keep up with a card. But I mean,
it's a card.
It's a card.
You literally, who doesn't keep up with a debit or credit card every day of their lives already? I mean,
well, and TJ brought his wallet. I had my cell phone has a little card holder, and they sell the little lanyards with the little, just like cruising, with the little bags on them. So I mean, I didn't find that it was that cumbersome to have a card.
Real quick, one thing I learned real quick is we bought nice backpacks to vlog and everything. I had not ditched a backpack so fast in my life. I ended up getting a drawstring SpongeBob bag over there to carry our camera gear. Because I got a protective pouch for it, and I was like, I'm just gonna throw everything in here, and God said, so if you're doing a theme park,
it got hot.
My back was drenched.
Sacks, and then we had brought jackets the first day, and it ended up being like 75 degrees.
Right.
So we were like, no, we're not doing this. I'm not handling all this stuff every day. So yeah, we ditched the backpack pretty quick.
Yeah, but then there was all the good snacks, like butter. Like I got to try my frozen Butterbeer.
Yeah, they had all kind of different flavored churros. I'm a churro girl.
The ice cream shop at Diagon
Alley.
Harry
Potter Diagon Alley ice cream had those unusual ice cream flavors.
Chocolate chili powder. Chili powder does not sound like it goes, but I love spicy and sweet together, and it was a great combo, especially when you have that on top. But here's the trick: you get 2 scoops on a cone with the dining plan. On the bottom, put some real sweet, real soothing, but eat that. We get the other one on top.
They had some good flavor. They had strawberry jelly and peanut butter ice cream. They had a lavender. They had English breakfast tea ice cream. They do have butterbeer ice cream. We didn't try that one.
No, the peanut butter strawberry.
The peanut butter and strawberry. That's ridiculously
good. And of course, if you go there, you have to get the butterbeer. I tried the frozen butterbeer. It was everything I wanted. It's kind of like a richer, a more caramelly cream soda almost to me. And then it's got the whip on top's kind of like a citrusy to it.
I don't know. To me, they taste more gingerbready. It's got a ginger beer.
Yeah, a little bit
kind of taste.
I would agree there. Oh look, we got Darren. He's thinking about his ice cream. Oh, was it Etsy? It's the spaghetti ice cream.
Jonathan said you got to use a fanny pack.
She wouldn't let me wear one.
No, I had a fanny pack the first day, and then I was like,
no,
this is hurting my tummy, and I gotta take this on and off.
No, we just put everything in. We got a little drawstring bag.
I ditched. I had nothing but a phone. This is what I carried all day, and that was the best. The butterbeer was like cream soda.
It's a little bit sweeter to me than regular cream soda. To be honest with you, but what the foam they put on top is what makes it though.
Oh, somebody else said it's good if you like cream soda.
Hmm.
I'll be honest, it's not my flavor. I don't really care for it. When I taste it, it picks up the ginger notes. I don't know. I don't like that.
It's really good. If you like that, it is really good. Then you got a bunch of crazy different drinks there. You like the pear cider, which was really good. They had this peach fizz cider that was. I love peach.
Look, me and Blaine, we don't like it.
Gotcha. But it was. They have a bunch of they got the one that you didn't like, but it was still it was unique. It was like boba. But they got a bunch of different things you could try. And the cool thing about dying at the Hogwarts area, there's no soda. So you're going to try something new.
Well, it forces you to get out of your comfort zone.
Which is kind of what you want to do.
Which is nice. Yeah. And I don't like to drink just soda like that all day anyway. I know I'm walking a lot, but I just
since I've grown up,
it doesn't quench my thirst.
Especially when you walk all day. I like a good soda if I'm sitting down, but I'd rather drink water. I'd rather drink something.
If I'm on the move, I don't want a Coke.
No, but the other thing was the amount of food you got. I remember we went to place Jurassic Park. I got a half rack of ribs, half a chicken, those little big huge potato wedges and a milkshake. It was good plan. And I couldn't finish it all. It was that big. And it's me talking. Who's big? What? He's still
Trying to
sleeping?
get out of his dog bed. He does some kind of sleeping
Yoga.
where he like starts falling out of the bed. So he's like half in, half out of the bed. He's quiet, so that's all that
Cool.
matters.
I'll take that right now. All right, next is while we're there, the biggest room there, the Christmas decorations. Okay, they wanted you to forget what was going on. That's the one thing I liked. It felt like Christmas there. I did feel like we were going through Mambo 19. I will say I do now hate the Blake Shelton, Gwen Stefani. Made me feel like Christmas because they played it every 5 minutes. It felt like
They did. I don't know if they had a contract to play that or what, but it was on repeat.
it was that the Ariana Grande. Santa help me.
If you're really there.
Those two songs,
Oh,
but when you walked in, they had the big, the big wreath when you walked to Universal Studios. They had the lights everywhere,
I mean,
Christmas music.
both songs, I mean, they're Christmassy. Makes you feel festive. I get it.
But in some areas, though, the music changed. That's one thing I like. Because you're like my bells, and all back switched like the 50s style Christmas, more traditional.
Well, and like as soon as you went in Jurassic Park, like you heard Jurassic Park theme music. So they still had the theming in certain areas.
But they twisted it for the area.
Yeah.
Like in Seuss Land, they had their own radio station. It was like 100 The Who. And they were having like it was the Who singing different your favorite Christmas songs. Got our first copyright violation because that live that was in the
I told you he was gonna get one.
I knew about most suit. That was a fun live walking around there huffing it. But I mean it did like Seuss. You go there for Christmas, you go there for Seuss Landing. And it's just so lit up, it's so pretty. You can tell they want you to make sure you knew it was Christmas. Oh.
Got a new person in the chat, Offbeat Travelers.
Hey, Offbeat Travelers,
guys.
welcome in. We're talking our top 10 for Universal, part of the live place today. But I mean, in each area had different because, like at Universal, for instance, like you went through, of course, theirs is more built around the Macy's parade. So when you walk through the Blues, that was one thing, but walking through like New York and having it all lit up, San Francisco, a couple stations where I wish the Simpsons was kind of, that was the only thing I did like. I wish Simpsons was kind of Christmas decorating.
Well, they did put wreath. No.
They should. I wish they would have. Because even like Hogswart, even like Diagon Alley Hogsby was decorated. Like they had wreaths up and.
There were missed opportunities in The Simpsons for decoration.
I mean, I understand Men in Black, you can't have it. I understand that. But I mean, even the Mummy was decorated for Christmas. And.
They should have had a Simpsons tree.
They should have.
Like a little donut, pink donut.
That would have been neat. It just had like the lights around Moe's Tavern and everything. But like I said, that's the main reason we went was for Christmas decorations. It was just, you felt like every time you went to a store, at least felt like Christmas. And then the tribute store, that was crazy. That was just Christmas puked on you, and you just wanted to be in it.
They had lots of Christmas themed snacks, drinks,
galore.
Treats. What's them? Funnel cakes.
Funnel cakes.
Oh my God!
They had one.
I
I could not find it. It was a Christmas dinner funnel cake, and I couldn't find it for some reason. I saw it on all years. I was
thought it was Thanksgiving.
No, they changed it to Christmas dinner. Oh. They put turkey and ham on it.
They had some really neat, funny funnel cakes. We never got around to getting one, but they had some good looking
funnel cakes
options.
and crepes. Yeah, but they had a lot of cool stuff. Number 3 was the atmosphere. I mean, again, they wanted you to forget what was going on in the world. And everybody was upbeat. I will still say customer service at Universal has improved so much in the last 11 years since I've been there. They are at par with Disney, in my opinion, because they are super friendly. Nobody was ever even looked rude to us the whole time. Maybe the bus drivers, but you really can't count them. They're driving buses all day.
I didn't really find any.
There was one. There was one who just kind of like, it was the more he's like, just kind of looked at us and told us to get on.
Oh, well, I probably looked at him the same way.
Probably
if it was the morning.
It was the morning. But I mean, everybody was super friendly. Even the guy who had to pick us up at 4 a.m. to get back to the airport was super lively, playing good music. And like I said, and you didn't know what was going on. I mean, that's one thing I liked about it was you had that, don't have to worry about this anymore. And Yeah, it wasn't in your. I mean, yeah, your mind. Everybody there is wearing masks because it's C words going on, but again, it wasn't overpowering. It felt the whole time.
I just really like, I guess, being a teacher, and we just have to enforce all the time the rules and regulations and expectations. Like everybody was following directions, and it was nice. Like if you're gonna go, you're gonna follow directions, and I mean, people did. You didn't have all this bucking of the system, so it was
but
nice.
well, it's kind of good when if you buck, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will. I was talking to a team member. They said when they kick you out, it's not like they just walk you to the park and in the park and bye. No, they walk you to your car, have security escort you off the property. They know your name, your number, and they pretty much have a police report done because you pretty much get a restraining order from the property when you're banned for life. So it's a whole.
We didn't see any.
We didn't see it, but I did ask about it. They have had kickoff. They have had to kick people out of the parks because of that. So, but you did have, like I said, it really didn't feel like it was forced. It felt like
it's like these are the expectations,
it's
and
Christmas
if you're gonna
time.
come, this is what you're gonna do.
It was Christmas time. Have fun.
Yeah, people did it. It was nice.
Number two, the best thing I think we did the whole time was that, even though it was late, the Christmas VIP tour. Doing the back, this was a brand new thing. They are thinking about doing this even after Mambo 19's over. We were the first ones on, so we got the OG tour guide. He does any celebrity who gets the VIP tour of Universal, this is the guy you get. All the other guys had like their little mics with them, their little mics, little megaphones. He's like, oh, I'm good. Look, when you're good, you don't need extra technology. I know what I'm doing. And he was very informative about everything. He showed us the center of the park where he said no other tour guide does that. When he walked us through, he actually took our pictures. And he said, look, I got hand sanitizer. If you want me to take your picture of Santa with the Grinch, I got you. Just help me do my hand sanitizer when I'm done. And he would get to points where like, okay, we got 30 minutes. Y'all go have fun. Is how he was. And the craziest thing, and just see the park a different, like taking that little the cut through between the parks of the Grinch. I mean, that was just hilarious. What? Just seeing the Grinch, that was hilarious. Just everything about it. And I mean, what did you think about the VIP tour?
It was nice. I really liked it. It kind of rained a little bit before the finale, which was the lights and the music on the Hogwarts castle. I wish the weather would have been a little bit better, but that really had nothing to do with Universal. I mean, they can't control that. So it was really nice. You got a lot of time. It was 4 main attractions that you did. Mm-hmm. Just for people who weren't here last week, you got to tour the tribute store. You got to tour the Macy's Balloon Parade. You had a private meeting with the Grinch and were given unlimited cookies and cocoa. And you got 2 postcards to fill out. And then the final, you brought your postcards to the Owl Post and they mailed them to you. We mailed one of them to ourselves. And then the last thing was, the show on the castle. So it was really nice. It was a 4-hour tour.
About 4 hours, yeah.
So you pretty much had an hour at each. I mean, there's a little travel time, so maybe about 45 minutes at each. But it was really nice. Like you didn't feel rushed. If anything, it was too much time.
Right.
But it was nice.
Yeah, the cool thing also was seeing the Christmas lights at night because the parks closed earlier.
It was our first day there. So like we were just like we hadn't seen it all yet. So it was nice.
And seeing it at night was different than seeing it at day because I mean
all the lights.
Universal looks so pretty at night where you walk through like pretty much the sound stage was just LA with New York. Went across Whoville was just amazing to look at. Then of course the one thing I wish we would have got was my reaction when I saw Hogsmeade the first time we walked in there. Yeah. That was like, whoa, I'm in the movie. I'm House Griffin.
Yeah, he was
starstruck. Kind of like stunned.
He can't talk. Speechless.
Speechless, yeah, I definitely was.
Oh my God, y'all.
Oh, great. Oh, thank you, Ronnie. Y'all have a great live. We'll we'll send everybody to you up next.
Thanks for coming,
Thanks
guys.
for coming.
So yes, he was definitely speechless, which is rare for TJ. So it was kind of nice for a minute.
And then also you forgot we got our gifts too, which were the 2 ornaments, which was
we each got a pennant.
Which was our house.
Well, yeah, it was our house.
Well, they gave us Ravenclaws, but you
Then
could go next day and you got to exchange them for your house.
So I got a Slytherin pennant.
And I got my Gryffindor. Okay. And probably number 1 would safety. Mm-hmm. With everything going on, that was our biggest worry from family, friends. You're going to a theme park during a pandemic. I mean, you have to know there was risk going into, but the only place we felt unsafe were the airports. Once we got on that bus Universal, you felt like you were in a bubble the whole time. The amount they were, if you wanted to ride, they put hand sanitizer in your hand. There were hand sanitizer sections there where they were constantly reminding you to wash your hands. People were wearing their masks.
Robbie said, "Give me a pee," and then he said, "Sorry, Wheel of Fortune's on TV."
Fan of light.
Give him a pee. Okay,
but I don't think we ever felt unsafe there, and we really didn't want to leave the bubble the whole time because we felt like even though I went to Walgreens, I came back and immediately washed my hands, kind of wiped off everything. But you never felt not safe. You did that in the restaurants, the ride. The only ride that creeped us out was Men in Black. They weren't wiping down the guns every time.
Yeah.
Which that's my favorite ride, but that was
I mean, they were giving you hand sanitizer before you got on and then after you got off. It's just the guns themselves that you got to use to shoot weren't being wiped off.
And then a lot of rides, if they could, they put plexiglass between y'all. So if you were in a row, you had plexiglass here and here, or you were just in the ride by yourself. Like we rode ET, we had the whole cart to ourselves on ET. Mm-hmm. She got ET too in the basket because I let you.
That was my first time to ever ride that. Like, I don't know. I didn't even know it was there. But apparently it's an OG ride. So when he come up out of the basket, like I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Well, it's the last opening day ride that's still there. Because everything else is gone, like Jaws, the original King Kong, which the new King Kong ride is good, but the OG King Kong ride is still better. I mean, they still have the Lord from Back to the Future, which I do miss that ride. That's what they did like is they did The Simpsons, but all it is the repurposed Back to the Future. That's all they did to it. You guys whoever's on polos just going wild right now. I just want to say, you guys have 97 polos during our show.
Are we finished with our top 10?
Yes, we are finished with top 10 there.
Do you have your glasses?
Oh, I forgot to wear them today. Yes.
Okay, put them on.
All right.
TJ got so many comments about these glasses, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about them. We'll do a quick commercial. So these glasses, they are the blue light glasses, but they're also readers, like cheaters also. And because he started complaining, I'm having headaches a lot when I read, and also like what I'm reading is very fuzzy. And I said, well, then it sounds like you need cheaters. But then he also wanted some blue light. So these are blue light cheaters, and he got just the +1 magnification level. And these came in a pack of 5. So we got them all black since he's a guy. So he got 5 pairs of these from Amazon for $14.99. So that was a pretty good deal.
Let me go get Hobie.
I also have a pair. Mine are a little more feminine, but they definitely work. I was a little skeptical at first, like how can having a layer of plexiglass over your eyes not give you a headache? But I was very skeptical, but they really do work, especially if it's a day, like a test day where I'm going to be staring at my computer a lot. They really do help.
Oh, Anthony got the same glasses because I told him.
Yeah, he's one of them that several people contacted you after the show. So we are frequent Amazon flyers. All our things come from Amazon. And we are cheap flyers. So if we got them, it doesn't cost very much.
Seb wanted to come back.
Yeah, I heard it. He whining. He woke up from your nap.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, he woke up from your nap. He wants his mama.
Yeah, he wants to go. Oh, Cheri says, "Hey, Seb." He says hi back to you. He
was here at the beginning, but
he had to go to sleep.
Aww.
He's a good little puppy.
Mama.
And like I said, we got him. It was actually a joke at first. It was on. We went to a Friendsgiving and they didn't know if they really didn't know if she was pregnant. If the dog, their dog was really pregnant.
Speculated, but they didn't really know. They weren't going to pay the vet bill just to find out. So they were just like, if it happens,
you want one? And you want one?
And so, at the time we're like, okay. And then she texted us a couple weeks later, was like, so
we got 9. Which one you want?
We have 9 puppies. Which one would you like to take? So he will be 7 weeks old on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, got me in the mouth.
He is like if you missed it earlier, he is teething right now. So
and he's very tiny. He's
probably not even 10 pounds yet.
Yeah, he's real small. He is a pug pit. His mother was a pit.
His dad was a very brave pug. Very brave pug.
Neither one of them are black, so.
But the cute thing about it is that Onyx, you ever seen him? He's got white back paws.
He matches Onyx.
Yeah, he's got white in his.
And he has white on his back claws.
Yeah,
doesn't have as much as Onyx.
No, we'll grow into it.
But so we got matching children. Oh, he just nipped me on the ear. He probably needs to go out soon.
Yeah, he probably does.
He's calming down.
But okay, I think we should probably, because we got puppy duty, so.
Yeah, we might need to end a little bit early tonight, so we can take Seb out.
Take Seb out, yeah. So we're just very tired because if anybody's ever had a 6-week-old puppy, knows that they are at work. They are like little babies. Oh, look at Lucy.
We got him last Friday, and we weren't ready.
We
both woke up Saturday and was like, we're never having children.
Well, what's this that? I had to go move all that furniture Saturday too, so I had no sleep Friday. Had to move it up pretty much a whole apartment to our house for right now. That's another story. And then by Sunday I got up. She's like, "You want to go to church?" I'm like, "Can't we just watch it on TV? I don't want to move. Everything hurts."
Thank God we had Martin Luther King Day on Monday, because Friday night, the night that we got him, he woke us up 3 times in the night. It was a long night.
But he never messed his cage.
He's never messed his cage. He's peed in it during the day on the blanket because I think, 8.5 hours is a lot for his little bladder. But at night, he's never peed in the cage.
He's gotten very good about.
He's doing training like a champ.
Yeah, he's very good about it. He gets me. We go out, come back in. He drinks some water, eats a little bit. He's back in his kennel sleeping. We also, with a puppy, I think the best thing of all is that playpen.
Yeah. Sunday we broke down. I had to go to Petco. I was like, he needs to be monitored.
Yeah, I will say, if you have any pets right now, Petco is doing curbside pickup. 25% off your order. Buy one, get anything half off. So
anything.
Yes. So we're not endorsed by them, but they've been a godsend. That and they are bizarre.
They were helpful on Sunday. Yeah.
So so we got that. We got a little cover. We also got a little sound box that imitates a heartbeat. Yeah. So it feels like that's puts him out.
Sunday night we had a complete change of sleeping. Friday and Saturday were rough, a lot. Yeah. They were rough. But Sunday, I don't know if it was, the heartbeat monitor. I don't know if it was he got used to it. The first 2 days were shock. I don't know what it was. There was a lot of variables that changed. But ever since Sunday, he's really been doing very well. So, I'm very proud of him.
Yeah, he's a good little pup. He's going to be a good little pup. You'll be seeing a lot from him. Oh, he's so cute.
I wish he would stay this little. I don't know if y'all can see his face, but it has a lot of wrinkles. I hope his wrinkles stay. Look at his wrinkles. I hope he stays wrinkly.
Well, Cheri goes, I'm having my cat very little work.
Yeah.
Well, we do have one of those, but I will say Onyx has been a champ with all this. He has
Yes.
been very patient. He's only swatted at Sev one time, and that was because Sev tried to dip him in the face, and he was like, "No, we're not. No,
We're not doing that today.
We're not messing up the money maker here." So, because he's got me a couple times, I got a couple cuts on my hands, I got a cut on my ear, but it's just him being a puppy.
He's just nipping, he's chewing. Right. So we've amped up the toy selection. We got some teething rings, some teething sticks. The playpen helps because we can put him in there and he can go buck wild
got
for
this
a
little
minute.
teething rawhide rings that have been best thing for him. He loves those. So, all right. Well, so I think we're gonna
wrap him up for the night.
Take him out and do that because we're both tired. We got one more day of work this week, thank goodness. So we will see y'all next week. I'm gonna try and get someone to interview probably next couple of days. I hope all y'all have a great weekend. Up next is Life is Good Today. If you want to go ahead, raid over there, put hashtag sailing away raid, and we will see y'all same time, same place next week. Bye.
Bye guys. See you next week.